Quick backstory. I won't be long, only about 3 or 4 hours. As I've stated on numerous occasions, I first met Mr. Trump at a private meeting nearly 6 years ago through a mutual friend, Pastor Paula White. And in that meeting, Mr. Trump stated that he was very concerned about the direction that our country was heading in and the liberal influences that he believed were undermining our country's foundation. He stated that he was giving serious consideration to the idea of running for president of the United States. This was almost 6 years ago. At that meeting, which was attended by several clergy, he requested very sincerely and very humbly for us to pray with him, pray for him, and pray on him, that God would give him wisdom and lead him in the right direction in his decision-making process. And to be honest, I went away from that meeting with a very different perspective and a very different opinion and a great deal of respect for Mr. Trump. And in subsequent meetings, I found him to be gracious, hospitable, charming, very, very, very respectful of clergy, and very humble. An excellent listener, and totally unlike the media, totally unlike the media mischaracterization of him. Through that first meeting, I developed a very close personal relationship with Mr. Michael Cohen, Special Counsel and Executive Vice President for the Trump Organization, and we maintained close contact 2-3 times a week through the years, to the extent that our relationship transcends that of friend, and I consider him to be my brother. I was a little disappointed when Mr. Trump decided not to run in 2012, because I'd have been right there riding shotgun with him. But when Michael Cohen called me last May and he said, guess what? The boss decided to run. I had no hesitation in immediately endorsing him and lending my support to the campaign, because I had come to know his heart and was able to evaluate his character, as well as to listen to his ideas and opinions concerning Christianity and the free exercise of religion, both in America and around the world. And he makes no secret of the fact that if he is elected, he will protect and defend Christianity, he will protect and defend the right of American citizens to worship as they desire to worship without any constraints or restrictions. I'm almost done. Give me about another 2 hours. The Bible says in Acts chapter 17, verse 26, that God is made of one blood, all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth. So I stand before you today. We may be different colors, we may be of different races, different ethnicities, but we are all one blood, citizens of one nation under God. And we refuse to allow those who have selfish political ambitions, the selfish political ambitions of selfish politicians or selfish political parties, to continue or endeavor to divide us in order to continue to subjugate us. And I believe that the person that God has raised up for such a crucial time in this nation, for this nation, is Mr. Donald Trump. Because in closing, let me say this: God has always went outside of the established order in choosing leaders in crucial times. He went into a prison. God went into a prison to get Joseph. He went to a barren woman to produce Samuel. He went to a sheepfold to find David. Gideon was hiding behind a wine press when God made him a leader. Moses was a stuttering fugitive when God called him. God always chooses those who people think should not be chosen in order to effect change. I'm going to start preaching, so I better stop, but I want to introduce to you right now my friend, my covenant brother, one of the people I feel more fond about than anybody on the face of this planet Earth, the man that without him this would not be possible, because it was his idea to get all the pastors together that we could from Ohio, and that we could bring Mr. Trump in to speak to us. Put your hands together and receive him as he comes, my friend, Mr. Michael Cohen.